No soda, but new cosplay. But anyways, in all seriousness guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm going to be showing off another cosplay to you guys. And so you're probably wondering, hey, why didn't you show us the process of you making this cosplay? Well, it was a pretty easy cosplay to make. I didn't have to make a lot of anything. A lot of it I just bought stuff. So that's why I'm kind of doing more so just a breakdown of the cosplay. But you saw the title of this video, so you know this is another Deku cosplay. It's his gym gear that he wears throughout the whole series. So yeah, I have the whole costume right back there, so let's go check this guy out. Alrighty, so this is everything I wear for this cosplay. I'm gonna kind of just break it down piece by piece. So we're gonna break down every other piece of this because most of these pieces you probably have seen before on this channel. This we're gonna save for last just because it's a new piece of the cosplay, so yeah. Okay, so this is actually another new piece of the cosplay that I didn't show off in the other Deku video, but this is a wig that's supposed to represent his hair in real life. His hair in the show, as you kind of see from like a picture right here. Hello, Ollie. So his hair in the show is pretty messy and greenish teal, and it also has like some black in it. And I was looking at a bunch of wigs, and I think this one kind of represented it the most, with kind of like a dark black kind of on the inside of the hair, but yet on the outside and on the tips it's very teal green. I think it looks the best. I'll show this off on me while I'm actually wearing the whole costume, so yeah. And this is a wig I actually bought off of Amazon, so if you guys are interested, I'll put a link down below if you guys are looking at getting the same wig. Alright, so going from pretty much the head down, this is his mask piece that he wears. He doesn't actually like put it on, he just kind of wears it around his neck like he usually does. I kind of went a little more simpler route, just making it out of foam, just because that was easier for me. So the black part of this mask is actually supposed to be see-through right here, but I just made it all black just because he never actually puts this thing on. So I figured this is probably just gonna be my best bet, just making it out of foam, and it was real easy. So what I did to make this piece is I pretty much just templated it off of my other Deku mask a little bit, just kind of getting my measurements, and then looked at some reference pictures of how the mask looked. So I cut out the whole thing on foam, and then what I did is I went back to the template and I cut an outline of everything. I put that template on foam, cut it out, glued it on, painted it, and all of that. So this is the whole mask thing that he wears. Alright, moving down to his elbows. These are just, again, from the Deku cosplay, so, and you know, I legitly just bought these for skating, and then just kind of incorporated them into this cosplay itself, as well as my other Deku cosplay. The only thing I'm kind of missing is, again, I just didn't put any black fabric here yet. I'm lazy like that, guys, so just give it to me. So this is actually a part of the cosplay that's probably going to be changing soon. I just bought like 3 pairs of white leather gloves off of Amazon. Again, these guys right here are white opera gloves. I found them on Amazon. You look that up. If not, I got a link in the description below if you want to buy the same thing I did. For this one, I just roll it down, make sure it's all kind of puffy at the cuff, at the wrist right here. That's pretty much it. You know, you don't need too much. I mean, it's not exact to what the actual glove looks like in the show on this costume, but it'll work for the time being until I actually get my leather gloves coming in. I'll probably do a little bit of modifications, adding like some foam little bits just to kind of add some more accuracy to the show. Yeah, there's really nothing special about these guys. They're just white opera gloves that probably a girl should have bought, but I bought them instead. Alright, so you guys have seen this piece before on the other Deku cosplay. It's just a belt that he just wears in all of his cosplays, and this is actually going to be something that I'm going to be redoing and remaking entirely. The main reason is I don't like how thin the actual belt strap is, so I want to add a layer over it that will you know, be like a leather strap over it to make it like a thicker layer. And then I want to make these pouches a little bit longer, maybe a little bit wider, just so they can maybe hold my phone and I can actually make them like removable pieces. And then this belt is gonna be just converted into a torn apart belt for another Deku cosplay I'm gonna be doing later on. And then right here are the knee pads that I wear with the costume. They are just the ones from the Deku costume. Nothing has really changed about them. They're not supposed to have these gold rivets on this costume itself, but I don't think that's really a big deal. If anything, I could just buy new ones or make new ones that look a little bit different or whatever. So yeah. And then the last piece of this costume is this guy right here, the piece de resistance. I'm joking, no. These are just some cool shoes I found on Amazon again as well. I believe they were like 40 bucks or something. I shaved off extra bits that need to get off of this costume, toying with the idea of painting this white, so I have some white trim, because that's one thing these shoes are missing, is it needs white trim like his. But that's like not a big deal at all. I'm not too worried about the whole like text on the sides of the shoes. You just get in from the back and it zippers up, which is really cool. If I haven't said it before, there's going to be a link in the description if I can find these shoes again. They might be sold out. If they're sold out, they're not going to be in the description. But if you do some searching on Amazon just for red high tops, you're going to find shoes that are probably going to be similar to these that you could modify or do whatever. Okay guys, so this is probably one of the coolest cosplay pieces I have, mainly just because I bought it, and it looks just so cool. So around Halloween time, we get this place called Spirit Halloween that comes up, and I was checking it out just because I like to pick up blood there, because they got really realistic blood for, you know, doing films and whatnot. And I saw this guy and I'm like, I have to pick this guy up. This is a small suit. Even though it is a small, it still looks really baggy on me. So what I did was I tapered in the edges of the costume a little bit. Not with sewing or anything. I'm still trying to figure that all out, guys. Yeah, I just grabbed some fabric glue, just glued it, and that seemed to stay for the time being. It's in the show, the gym suits seem definitely a little bit more tighter, form-fitting costumes, but you know, in this, it's just kind of a little more baggy on me, which is, it's fine. Another downside of this costume is it's a full jumpsuit. It's technically supposed to be like a two-piece thing. That doesn't really bother me, mainly because the way I'm wearing this costume, it's fine if it's a jumpsuit, just because, you know, I have a belt, you know, separating the bottom and the top piece. Really, the only time this would look weird is if I am wearing it just the whole jumpsuit itself. You know, like he's in the UA Sports Festival and whatnot, but to be honest, I still think this is a really cool piece. They I think like vinyl printed on the armbands, and I kind of wish they would have done that here, because you can kind of see like the white fabric is so thin that you can see the blue underneath it, which is something that I might fix later on in the future, just going over it with some fabric paint, because fabric paint will just kind of fix that all up a little bit so you don't see that shit. But then that's like really not a big deal. You just get in it like that, pretty easy. Here's the back of the costume. You know, it's all accurate to the show, at least to what I remember. Okay, so now that we have checked out all the parts of the costume, I will put it all on for you guys, and you can get a whole feel of the costume then. Made up my mind, wanna be like you, don't care. Whatever people say, I know I'll resurface you. You know how well. Sometimes anything doesn't go wrong. Well, I keep trying, keep moving. I don't believe what I'm working on. Can anyone tell me the way to make it? So I do need to fluff up my hair a little bit more, but you know, for the most part, the costume looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll show off my feet in just a little bit, but... So, and there is one more way to wear this costume, just because he does damage his fingers a lot when he's in this costume, or while he damages himself a lot, he kind of puts his hand into his elbow pad and then to like protect it more and, you know, like not use it as much, you know. So this is also a look that he has if you want to, and then you can also just put makeup on your finger to damage your finger. You could also just get rid of the elbow pads, gloves, belt, knee pads. You could be Deku who's training or in the UA Sports Festival. So yeah, those are another looks you could go for with this costume. And then if you really want to spice things up, you could buy another costume of this and damage it to look like him in the sports festival after he completely just damages himself. I really don't have any more to say about this costume. What do you guys think of the costume? Let me know down below. Let me know if there's any other cosplays you think I should do on this channel. And remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to leave any other comments down below. And remember to hit the subscribe button, because the subscribe button will be waiting for everyone. And deuces. Alrighty guys, now that you have seen all of... Oh, no you haven't. You haven't seen anything yet. Where did that energy come from, Bryce?